Okay, I think now is a good time for us to actually begin. Sorry that it lasted 3 minutes longer than I originally intended. Normally it's supposed to be 10 minutes before we actually begin. But right now we can officially begin. And right, I have to reboot the music. I turned it off because of last stream where I had to load in Dova Syndrome music just to get the vibe in. And alright, just gotta adjust the volume levels a bit. Guys, let me know if I am still audible against the sounds in game. I just worried that I might get drowned by the in-game music. And by the way, if you never noticed when you're doing your gacha rolls, we got a new card that has joined the roster. Finally, a rare class vehicle. The Infinity G37 IPL Convertible 2013, which was missing at launch, which was available at launch in the JP server, has now graced the SCA with its presence. A fun fact about the Infinity G37 is that among the rare cars prior to the Mustang GT rework, prior to the Hyundai Veloster joining in the JP server, the Infinity G37 was dubbed as the best rare class sports car right next to the Dodge Challenger RT, where this is very similar to that of the Porsche 911 Carrera, where the ideal tuning setup for the G37 is simply 11111. Simply put, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it would actually carry you quite well. So among the sports class lineup, if you erase the Veloster out of the picture, it is actually the much ideal pick to go for if you're lacking or do not have any legendary rarity vehicles. But of course, this is a gacha game, so that's not meant to be the case. But if ever you do get it and you are starting out and you are lacking in the legendaries category, give the G37 IPL convertible a whirl. It is actually good. It's just a shame that it came out this late in its cycle. And speaking of new permanents, I just want to share one last that came in absolutely late, and it got recategorized, which I am hoping to get it soon when I do receive it, either in the permanent banner or if I fail any new banners that I'm going to be rolling for. It is the 2020 Acura NSX, also known as the NC1 NSX. In the JP server, it was the Season 1 second half extreme car, but now in the SEA server, though it has the same stats as that of the JP server NSX, unfortunately though, it did suffer from quite controversy. It's one of the best ones with the best launch among the extreme class. It's just that if it's tagged as RM Auto Expo, it means it is in the permanent banner. So the NC1 NSX can now be rolled if you lose your pitties. And I would say it's still quite a good deal, because it kept its legendary status as a limited. It's just that now you can roll for it or get it anytime you place or anytime you fail, making the NSX NC the strongest permanent car as of current. So if we actually check out its maximum stats, 964. If we go, say, to the SLS AMG, the GTR Coupe, 956, which is meant to be the highest rated permanent car in the extreme class. So now it got superseded by the NSX. Yes, I know it flat out sucked to the Taiwan China server, but who cares about that, because basically China can do whatever they want, while JP, SEA, LATAM, and Global, aka North America server, they have to abide by certain regulations by their manufacturers. Like for example, JP server requires the Evo X and the WRX STI to be legendary status, hence making it more broken than its rarity counterparts across all the other servers. That's one take. The NSX NA, it performs very mediocrely in the... Wait, where is it? Where are you? Oh, right, you're sharing a slot with the Go Hojo NSX. The regular NSX is honestly is a copy paste of the Taiwan server NSX, but in the JP server it got a massive buff and is treated as such to be much better than its outside of Japan counterparts. So there are those kind of weird caveats that you are to expect. So if you ask me, I would rather not do the server by server comparison because it's not gonna perform exactly as how it is. Right. So before we actually go to the Nurburgring drills, by the way, we will have a community challenge later where I would be requiring at least 5 of you guys to participate. And what's up for grabs later is a monthly card sponsored by yours truly in-game. If you're watching from the Japanese server, you are entitled to as well, provided you have the SCA account. But if you're an SCA player, it is a winner-takes-all bout where the first 2 rounds would be for warm-up and the 3rd round would be the actual thing. 1 full lap around the Nurburgring, much like last time in the sports class, where with our winner, Trust Leon the Drift Pro, winning the sports class 1. Unfortunately, he cannot participate for the extreme to give chance to others. So we're gonna be having extreme later on, featuring the Koenigsegg Jesko. But before that, let's actually go through my dailies first. Because even if it's a weekend, because I was kind of busy doing some nursing here at home. So, but I did my JP once before church, before nursing my folks. So this got a bit neglected. So bear with me for the first few moments where I have to go through the daily grind. I have to do the daily missions, and then we're gonna be doing a bit of the summer hunt, and then we would go to the masterclass. By the way, let me know as well if there are issues with the volumes again. Hopefully it does not. And we get Mexico, the theme map for this season. Okay, lo and behold, we are facing off against the MC20 Cielo, the star of last stream's episode. Remember when I said last episode that the MC20 and the Go Hojo NSX are like 2 peas in the same pod? Like, they act similarly, they behave similarly. It's just that being a passive, the Go Hojo NSX has the drift buff all the time, whereas the MC20 Cielo, it needs to be triggered by waiting for the hood to turn blue during braking. Though to counteract that, the MC20 has a higher performance index than the Go Hojo NSX, so at least there are some balances. And also, if it's your first time here in this live stream, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. On the next stream, we would be tackling the standard class, where I'm gonna be going a little nostalgic and twist the rules up a bit for the community challenge. But for now, after we do the dailies and the summer hunt, we are going to be focusing on Nurburgring, the other variation, which is the sunny version. We done the cloudy/wet version last stream. So we're gonna be focusing on the sunny one now, and whether you believe me or not, there is a drastic change on both the feel and the look of the sunny version of Nurburgring. Alright, so that's 1 round out of 3. Every time I look at... Oh, we just tied 201 at the same time. Sucks. Every time I look at the Mexico map, I really just have to say Forza Horizon 5. Not what I intended, but okay. Forza be Forzing. So, no matter where we go, Forza Horizon follows. I know everyone is in Forza Horizon 6 back in quote-unquote Japan, but not really. It's like Forza Horizon 5 never left. To answer Vic's 1311's inquiry, has Nurburgring appeared in ranked races? If you've watched the stream at the beginning yesterday, unfortunately, Nurburgring is not part of the rank race roster, nor in other race modes. So the only way to access Nurburgring is through drills, this weekend's open challenge, and in custom races. Ahmed Kamel Akil, by the way, congratulations for winning the trivia last stream. To improve, should I close racing line? Honestly, keep racing line on. And if you want to improve even further, I recommend setting your racing line to follow like the best racing line that is set by the fastest players. It's a better way to improve than going in blind. Though some actually prefer it that way, but they would eventually fall into a ceiling sooner or later and understeer because fat bug. So the better way to learn the ideal line throughout a map is to follow the one set by the fastest.
That can control downforce and braking at extreme speeds.
All right, Helipedia.
Car's active rear spoiler can fold. It controls downforce and also assists with braking. Its aerodynamics are super intelligent.
If you're starting off actually in a new map, the racing line is helpful. But once you get used to it, you have the freedom to deviate. And it also depends on per car. For example, the best line done by the best player was done in Aquira. Do not expect that you're in a Bugatti, whether Chiron or Centodieci or Devo, that you would succeed in the same racing line because there are huge differences. Okay, we're at least improving. Almost done closing out on the Chiron. Once I capped it out where like I get an average RP, say everyone 180, then I switch cars. That's how I manage my RP on a day-to-day basis. Speaking of Helipedia, Ford GT40 also has one. It's expected. And of course, given they're using generative AI for audio, I would not be surprised if that was in Chinese and you could barely understand anything if you're not a native Chinese speaker. So normally I do 3 randoms and then I use up my locked in tickets on my rank to at least finish off if say I'm kind of close in capping out one of the cars. The JP server is much easier for me to manage. As soon as I hit 2312 RP, I stop and switch. Some cars with better brakes, you're better off braking a little bit and decelerate instead.
Your speed is marvelous.
Also, get used to braking on a straight road if you're gonna do grip runs. You're gonna suffer a massive understeer like what happened back there. Though there are some cases where braking while cornering does help, you just have better setup at the beginning.
We've got what it takes to win.
Though RIP to my 190 RP, that could have been a good one had I not ate wall up in the Japanese park section. Yeah, Ahmed is right. The moment you start getting minus points, stop. The only time you get to stay is if you can still manage your RP with RP sorting tickets. If you don't have any of those, I recommend not doing such. Okay, I did my 1, 2, 3. I can now end my dailies here. But since it's a weekend, I can actually go and lock it in on one class. So I'm gonna focus on the M2. We'll do 5 more rounds and then we'll switch up to Summer Hunt, and then we would do practice at Nurburgring, the Summer Edition. Yes, actually also that's right, Ahmed. You will not be hitting 2000 RP just yet because global server is NA server is still a new server. So, but don't worry. Every update, every season, the RP cap gets higher. We're getting a lot of Harbins nowadays. That was an M235i, mistook it for a 33OI.
I knew you could do it. You're a natural behind the wheel.
Yeah, just recently, no, actually JP is not hitting 3K. I think that's Korea. JP is now hitting 2526 RP per car. Yeah, so if you turn while braking, especially if you come from a high speed, that tends to happen. So be wary with your throttle control and your steering input. So it goes hand in hand. At least the Beetle is doing good. You can also tell, if you brake on a straight road, you decelerate even faster. Okay, we got 4 more. I just want to drain up this RP table for the M2 so that I can move on to my 3rd race. So when this is happening, I can set up a new car to be in. I'll field in the 720 for the next one. So I think here my threat would only be the Supra, if the Supra is actually a decent run. not a PC controlled. Followed by the Z4 and the Evo 3. And the Shuichi Shigeno 86. Oh wait, this is a Gran Turismo. I meant the Takumi 86. Yeah, here comes where any place with a long straight road, the Supra would actually dominate. So imagine that actually doing quite good in Nurburgring for section 3 and 4. But once we get to corners, watch as how that gap built by the Supra just dies down.
Full use of a slipstream.
So see, the Supra is now far back while the M2 is already on second place. So everyone kept saying the Supra is bad. I would say that's how the Supra normally is. People got abused so much by the initial D cars that anything that performs under it or below it is meant to be called bad. And I don't see the same case as that with the JP server because the Supra came first before the initial D collab. Alright, so I'm just hoping we get another Mexico within my last 3 rounds, I think. My 1, 2, 3 on this. Alright, so we're just being joined here by Indiris Me and Trusan Leong on chat. When will we get seasonal buffs in global? Seasonal buffs normally happens to banner cars. Yeah, Akiru 9886 summarizes the experience with the Supra perfectly. If you have or owned the Hellcat for Extreme, if you had the Hellcat in Extreme class, one mistake with the Hellcat, you're GG's. So imagine that on the Supra, much worse. Especially knowing you're up against more extreme vehicles, such as the initial DFD, the initial DR32, initial D86, the regular FD. A lot. Technically a lot.
This is the speed you deserve.
Also be careful on the rumble strips in Yas Marina. They could really throw you off your rhythm, especially if you are gripping. So the tricky part here is the braking point when you get, since this is just a half track. Yeah, I failed to actually lead that M3. I thought that M3 was with us. Turns out it wasn't. But we still get plus 10 RP, 191. If we get 190 everyone, we're good. Within how many rounds do we have left? We got 3 rounds. Which car do you recommend to get in the summer hunt event? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's a whole, it's a whole completely different hellhole. That's for sure. Can't imagine people are still drifting the M2 and it clearly performs better as a grip car.
We're closing in on the leading racer. Keep pushing. Victory is within sight.
Also, you notice how I keep my acceleration within gear 3? Because once it gets to gear 2, you may suffer a bit because of the gear change, the latency. But there are some exemptions, like that one corner right there.
We'll make it.
Ow! Could have been a much smoother end. Could have been a much smoother end. But hey, we still get +8. I'm not much fond of winning or losing. I just want to get my RPs out. And when I'm done with the season, that's the only time I care about winning or losing. So, 2 more. Please give me Mexico. Please give us Mexico. Alright, here's the thing, Ahmed, Kamil Akalil. With regards to Summer Hunt across multiple servers, the roster varies depending on the server. Because there would be some cars that are already accessible in some servers that is not accessible in your server. So even the legendary lineup would be different. Also, don't expect any of the collab cars to appear in the Summer Hunt. It would always base itself on the limited and permanent banners of what is currently in the game. Don't expect, for example, what's a car that is not... Okay, don't expect a Zenvo of the Taiwan server to appear in, say, SEA. Because the Zenvo is not there yet. It would be less actually of the cars and more actually of the rarities. So if you get the Prime Legendary one that is colored orange, you're good. Even if it's a low ECU type. But early game, I guess the permanent ones would do just as well. Like the AMG GTR, the RS7, the Camaro Z28 for standard. Those kinds of cases. Nice, 193, our highest so far with the Bimmer. And it dropped to 192. Every time I praise RP gain, this happens. But if you're going to be asking me what car to get after you cleared a summer hunt route, that is different. That's up to your preference. If you're after new cars, I would say the latest available car in the season, go for it. But if you are gunning for certain vehicles, it's all up to you, honestly. So we got 4 more actually. Let me just go through these last 4 rounds. And then, again, for those who just came in, welcome to the live. This is the Nurburgring MasterClass Day 2 featuring Extreme Class. We're gonna be doing Extreme Class at Nurburgring Sunny, all 4 variants, and then a community challenge at the very end. There, depending on if you're an SEA, a monthly card is up for grabs. And actually, if I would be dropping a trivia at the end of this live stream, it doesn't matter which server you're from, except if it's Taiwan CN, because I don't know how to navigate through that. But if it's Global, JP, or SEA, there will be another giveaway that happens at the end. So stay tuned. And if this is your first time in the channel, please give it a subscription. Please subscribe. So we're now at Chongqing, the full circuit layout. So here at this part, you must do your best to slipstream behind your opponents in this long straight. It's the only time you get to do this.
Stay behind the car in front. We can do it.
In case you're curious, Chongqing is one of those maps where it's really good to give RP, especially if you drive perfectly clean. So if you get the chance, and if you get Chongqing, do it, use it, maximize it. Don't cry skill issue unlike a certain someone I once knew. Do the map, get used to it, aim for that high RP gain. Because once you can drive the map with your brain turned off, it's easy RP.
Now that's the speed of an ace driver.
Okay, I'm surprised. We got a Supra, an FD, and an M3 E46 on the opposing team. How are they so far behind? We got beaten by an M2 and 2 GTR 32 guardrail lovers. See? Day 27, and they still think my BMW is a GTR. And I get 195. I think if we can close the M2. But how many RP do I got 3. So I guess we're gonna switch over to the Chiron and the NSX. Just to clip the 3. See, 2158, I'm quite satisfied with this. So I can now actually leave and switch cars. Which means I'm gonna do the 911 next time. Or maybe tomorrow during my dailies after work. Also meant that we're gonna be locked into Extreme and Sports for the next ones. Sadly, no Mexico for the M2, but I'm okay. Oh, I thought we were already queuing. And welcome back, Ahmed. Yeah, choose what you like. If you have a car that you like, but you only got a low ECU on it, and it is available on the summer hunt, pick that, despite what people say about meta. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Do not think meta when you're playing Racing Master or any game in general. The moment you think of meta, you're setting up yourself for burnout. You're setting up yourself to give yourself a reason to stop playing right after. And when I say stop playing, I meant permanently. That's why it's already 11 seasons in, and I still feel fresh whenever I'm playing RM. Because I don't think of meta, I don't think of competitive play. I just want to save and get the cars I like. That's it. It's fresh that way. No meta, no competitive play, no tier lists. Play for fun.
1500 horsepower.
Oh, that's a lot of power sliding. Okay, imagine Huayra SVJ Chiron, and why am I way up ahead? Why? In my previous streams, I said that be afraid of a Bugatti that can turn. I think I am the personification of that warning.
A perfect combination of functionality and aesthetics.
Who says a Bugatti can't turn? Because what boggles me is the fact that the enemy team has a Chiron. Yet, where are they? Why are you 6th? This is your domain! Why are you 6th? Two more races and we go straight to Summer Hunt. Yeah, to be honest, Ahmed, the reason why I had the disclaimer at the beginning, I am way fed up with people asking, what's the fastest in the meta? Because the meta always changes. So there's no point in asking. There's no point in saying, oh, I'll just pick this one instead. And then you go back against your word on the next season. That's a lot of Go Hojos. That's a lot of red. To answer your question, Akiru, the initial D cars are treated as separate cars. So, for example, you rolled in Season 1, you got the AE86. A couple of seasons later, you roll for the Initial D Edition AE86. You get two AE86s instead of merging both or upgrading one into the other. So, if you have well invested in your AE86 standard, and you also well invested on your AE86 Initial D version, you have one for RP gain, and you have one to make meta chasers cry. And what's funny, during the Initial D collab, people hated on this and on the Go Hojo NSX. And then I had it to ECU2, actually had it to ECU4 because of a temporary ticket. And I question why they say they hate it. It is phenomenal, especially during drifting. Gosh, flawless drifts left and right. And I can Kansei Dorifto my way from one corner to the next. With no repercussions whatsoever. And I can start my drift early, but I would be just gaining speed. Ergo, my 193. If you want the Shingo so bad, just color the Honda Fit red. That's all I have to say. Alright, how many do we have left? Are we on our last one? We're on our last one. Okay. So whether we get Chiron or NSX, we win either way. Now, however, just to emphasize my point, Ahmed, here is my regular NSX. It is in the roster. It is at 1200 RP, but earlier you saw me at a 2000 RP Gohojo NSX. So they're treated separately when you are in rank races. And oh, hello, Mount Akina with the Chiron. The downhill, for that matter.
Liter quad-turbo W16 engine can unleash 1,500 horsepower and 1,600 newton-meters of torque, helping you leave everyone in the dust on the track.
So unfortunately, I'm gonna be at the biggest disadvantage ever because I am a fat French boy. And the one leading, courtesy of Trust and Leon the Drift Pro, is a car that thrives on drifts and corner exits. The LaFerrari, because of its prime passive, the hiker system, makes you exit corners faster than you can say "Ayo." The Chiron is just like half of that experience. So if the Chiron destroys at corner exits, it's double for the LaFerrari. Cornering is the Chiron's weak point, just like to let you know, in case that's not apparently clear.
The Chiron has two titanium exhaust pipes with a diameter of over 8 centimeters hidden on each side, which are a crucial part of the car's aerodynamic layout.
But don't care if I'm third because I'm getting 188 RP. With a minute 53 on my clock. Alright, and that's the last of the rank races. We're gonna move on to the next half, which is Summer Hunt. Or at least of what's left of it. Because I know I did it earlier. But anyway, just gotta bid adieu to Endear and to Super Leo. But anyway, I'm actually quite good. Once it gets to 190, 2-1 something, I'll finish up even further. But anyway, we are here now to Summer Hunt. To get you an idea, I'ma claim all these because I'm just at 109. We can buy later action points. So obviously you gotta invest a lot on the right side, but I'm actually aiming to get more rags to unlock more on the mall because I already got this. The Immortal Iron Tower can be claimed after you beat the LaFerrari at Alpen Gorge. And this is currently my lineup. I got an ECU4 Chiron. I got an ECU3 SL63, and I got a ECU3 Volkswagen Beetle. So these are what I normally get. This is the last I've got. So I'm surprised the Huayra is not prime rarity. If it's prime rarity, you can put up to 5 slots worth of upgrades. Actually 220 as well. So they're just at 4. So I already unlocked here, but to give you guys an idea of how rivals look like when you go to the yellow one, because I know a lot of us suffered on the yellow one. So I just have to collect all these because I want to sell them. If you see the icon in the upper right, means that is a material item for the mall. So your first elite would be against a Lamborghini Diablo at Alpen Meadow. It is actually the latter half here on the downhill into the Rocky Tunnel. I cannot show it because I already beat this guy multiple times. Also, the drops vary between playthrough to playthrough, just like to let you know. And yes, it's also Gunner Master because we're getting a lot of these. And these. Don't ask why, or how, or where. Devs think it's a good idea to target Gunners. Also, I'm getting OCD. No, wait. I'm getting OCD conscious with my action points. I'ma buy. I don't care. I don't care for how big. So 440. Okay, I'm good. I get OCD if my count is low. So more stockings. Second elite battle will be at Tokyo Expressway. It is this track of straight road right here. Take note, there is a jump. So you are better off making sure you go through a straight line. Because that Reventon is not going to be slowing down anytime soon. If you remember Prime Micah in Snow Hunt, that's how it felt like. Oh, but I can show this because unlike in Snow Hunt, in Summer Hunt, all these random encounters are much more frequent than you think. So I can at least show this to at least show how well an ECU3 Beetle reacts. The counterpart of this would be the, I would say the BNR32 of the GP server, but I digress.
Your speed is out of this world.
Look at that hyper acceleration. The only time you get to see this is in Snow Hunt, Summer Hunt. Okay. If you think you're confident enough to take them down, go on because they drop cars, they drop extra elite driver proofs. Also, if you see the green icon, it means the part can be upgraded to a newer rarity. If you see it in yellow, normally applies to cars. You can ECU upgrade it to boost the performance. It's not like back there where you need an ECU chip. The car is the ECU chip. Ooh, but we would need a horsepower upgrade though. I'm gonna sort this. Get myself a taco. We'll need that later. I've done the Jesko. Normally, these are time attack based runs, and you would need at least 900-ish performance points. You need at least 900 performance points-ish to actually out-accelerate the Jesko in the long straight of Red Bull. And you would always get the glorious Samba when beating the Jesko. More C7s. At this point, almost everything that is not an ECU or is not a part chip, I'm gonna be selling it off. Oh, we got another encounter. So now it's the Chiron against a Huayra. The performance index is quite close, so this would actually be easy knowing it's San Francisco. So we get the chicane section. So brake at the beginning and then out accelerate. Also, treat it like a time attack. The moment you eat wall, you are done. Yeah, that does happen, Akiru. It also happened last time during Snow Hunt. They can use the 1-1, but we can. Why am I going backwards? And after beating the Jesko, I think I've not quick cleared this guy yet. Okay, so no parts available just yet. Red card, I'ma get. Another NSX copy. Oh, I can quick clear it. Okay, we're getting closer to the second one. I needed the epic backpack. Tortilla. More NSX copies. Large angle drift chip. I'm going my way because I need a lot of clots. Aventador. And the next guy. Oh, I can quick. Okay, so I overkilled this guy, the Cielo. If it's the Red Bull map, treat it the same way as that of the Jesko. That's all I can mention. Ooh, we needed the golden foot. Wheel upgrades. More food. Burrito. And then this guy. Alright, I kind of over-prepared for this, honestly. But in case you want to be certain, you need the traction buff, so eat the burrito. You need a large angle drift capacity to prevent the penalty. So eat the tortilla. And you should be good. So I actually have to rearrange my parts. Do I? I don't think I do. Because now because I originally treated it for top speed because of the goddamn Jesko. But now I can drive it normally as a oh wait, drift speed. I think I would need less of horsepower and more of drift speed. So I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna steal the Beetle's drift speed and put it here. And just for safekeepings, I'm going to put the horsepower upgrade onto the Beetle. Right. But again, you should at least be around 1,000 performance index to be on the safe side. You could be risky if you are that professional with your racing lines. How far am I? I lost to the second Veneno. There is another Veneno. So pull ahead. Large angle drift would help you get a higher drift speed alongside the drift speed chip. But it also prevents you from getting the penalties much sooner. Yeah, it delays your red drift penalty, giving you more reason to accelerate out of the corners. You see, that LaFerrari was on hacks. Did you see how it exited after the finish line? Yeah, and beating the LaFerrari is where you get the Immortal Iron Tower. Oh, I'm... Okay. I needed more of Aurora stockings. Oh, wait, going down. Slot is full. So get the NSX in. I need to sell them copies for much higher ROIs. I need the cloth. I don't need the stone. And that clears the yellow one. And what I'm gonna do, anything that's green, I synthesize. I synthesize. Any cloths go in there. These chips can go in. Immortal Tower, downforce upgrade, driver proofs, the golden foot, rare backpack just to be sure, and all of this, I'ma sell. Alright, golden whistle, get out of here. Sell all in backpack. There, 444,000, easy money. And we go here to the training center. We're still far away from upgrading that, but I would say I would need the tire boost. So I'ma invest all here. I don't care what the game says. I need all these because of the freaking Veneno. Because we got 350 action points. Go to the mall. Did I max out my 8.6? Yep, I maxed out my 8.6. I could use the 8.6, but this Beetle is more of a dream. Also, I noticed you have a horsepower upgrade, good sir. But it should be green. Get out of here. Store. Sort. And oh, I need the golden football. My mistake. Anyway, we should be good. We need 2 more of the ice colas. Taco can go in. Tortilla can go in. Tamale can go in. And then we go to the red territory now. Oh, do I have Discord? Yes, we do. Give me a moment here. Let me make an invite to the welcome lounge and do not pause invite. Give me invite to channel. Alright, just because somebody asked on chat, I do this on request. If you want to join the Discord server where we talk a lot about Racing Master, some other games where we do therapy sessions with one another, go on ahead here. Okay, more 8.6. Don't need them. No more tofus. More stuff to sell. I need more rags. More Mustang. What's the performance index of the Mustang? 656. Bad reco. More burrito. Do not eat the burrito. It is a material item. High gear horsepower, sure, claim. 3 series on Alpen Gorge. I guess we could do so. If it starts at the same place as the LaFerrari, I think we should be fine. I think. Beetle has good handling. Okay, good. Okay, above 90. Ah! No! Monica! Yeah, be careful in Alpen Gorge when that happens. Because that happens quite a lot. Especially with the likes of Le Beetle. Goddamn M3. But, just in case, Vix1311, in Snow Hunt, when you lose, it's painful. But here in Summer Hunt, all you gotta do is this. Click this button right here on the lower right. For a small measly investment of 10 action points, you can retrieve everything back. So, what I'm gonna do? Put the backpack in. Put the Chiron in. Put the parts back in. 2, 3, 4. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, uno. I think it's the high gear. It's the high gear. It's the high gear that ruined me. I do not need a high gear. Wait, add all to backpack. I'll need a better part for that. But at least I've showcased what happens with the yellow territory. Red territory is pretty much endgame. So this is where you need to be extra careful. More tamale. Yes! Yes! Perfect! Unleash the demonic Frenchman. God damn it. Okay! I have to do a bit of some part swapping. Top speed, high gear, large angle. I need a better part for this. I guess drift speed? In replace of large angle? Yeah. This goes to the... No. You go to the Chiron. Drift speed, I put there on you. Top speed. Somebody has the top speed chip. Oh, no. I'd rather have the horsepower than a top speed chip, actually. Top speed, get out. Remove. Horsepower, get over there. And there. I think 890. Okay, I think I'm much better like this. Did I just do Italian accent instead of Mexican? I don't know what you're talking about. Now that's Italian. I'll just eat this just to be safe. I know this section is going to be the end one, a little bit past the goal. We're gonna beat the fruity player. Oh, it's the other one! This is so not approved.
You are speed royalty, unrivaled.
You and your Lamborghini, not approved. Yeah, Trustin's got a point. You can actually test. Why do I have the tortillas in my safe house? Why? If anything, the burrito should be there. Withdraw. Burrito should be in the safe. I don't want to eat no burrito. It's a material item. And I can level up my high gear chip. I can do left or right. I don't care where. I just need cloth. I need 6 more. Ooh, Gallardo. 774 against 772. I could trade. But then again, SL63 is good because you have less acceleration beyond the cap lost. Golden ingot. I need rags, good sir. Stop giving me stones. And we got a Chiron in red territory. This is not good. But we have ECU 5. What can possibly go wrong?
The engine is running at full speed. With an intake of 60,000 liters of air per minute, the engine drinks in air like a whale, and its power erupts like a volcano.
Yes, Haleypedia, we heard you the first time.
Just by looking at the Chiron, you can tell that Bugatti is the cubist artist of the automotive world, turning engineering into...
Stop, Haleypedia, stop. We've heard enough. Ooh, XG220, ECU2. Alright, so this is San Francisco goal. Let me just do some preps. Yeah, we need to do some swapping here. Horsepower, top speed. Screw the low and high gear. Give more power, baby. Give me more power, baby. Horsepower. Yes. I might need traction for this. Traction, where are you? Yeah, I'm surprised I still can't turn it off. Get there. High gear horsepower. I'll drop you there for safety. Okay, horsepower, top speed, high gear. I went double. I went double. Oh, it's doing the uphill. Chase after that Dorito beetle. We are so boned. I actually skipped this when I was chasing after the Veneno. Lean to the right as I finish. Oh, okay, that's additional. I still got a lot to burn through. Still got a lot of action points to burn through. Let's get in here first. Retrieve. So let's pre-prepare this freaking beetle. So what did it say? Give me horsepower, top speed, high gear, and lad. Where's the lad? Oh crap, I don't have lad. Oh crap, I don't have lad. Oh wait, I do have lad. So I need less traction and need more power. How do you get so much action points? I actually buy the action points with diamonds. Alright, time to face a very angry Dorito. But also, I just need 3 more rags, and I'm good. Jalapeno. AMG. Crispy. Okay. You know what? I'ma face you now. But also, I'ma eat a tortilla and give me a taco. The action points task gives you a lot of opportunities to gain AP. So you can double check there as well.
Your position is good. Keep it up.
Ha! Beat you there, K-Sock! Yeah, it's a bit bent, so as per Trustor's recommendation, lean to the right. Yeah, Dirtbag X4WAT also says it's right. The longer you do Joyride, the more AP points you can get, at least until you cap it out. So, give me more rags, por favor. Stop stoning me. Don't wood me either. I don't need a pair of gloves. I don't need to tape someone's stockings to the wall, okay? God damn it, just give me rags. I don't want to stick no golden whistle. Well, at least I got the golden foot again. Camaro. Ingot and wrench. Backpack. Okay, we're now under 200 action points. Ooh boy. No. I learned my lesson. Metal. R7. Glorious black stock. Really? I'm out of slots for glorious stockings? How dare? Downforce. Don't I have a downforce part? Oh no, wait, I don't. Might prove useful. I'll keep it. Give me a rag. Yes! How many rags is that? 2 more rags. 2 more rags and I'm good. Right, this next guy, the CCX at Shinkansen. I'm in SL63, I should be fine. But it also means... Oh boy. Oh no. Yeah. You know what? I'ma eat these and... I just ate off 5. So, yellow card out. Stones. Get out. How many stones are you? Stones lose their value once they're already used for the event. Okay, I just need 2 more rags. That's all I ask for, game. But also, I need to set this up. It's the Shinkansen route. I think it's the same route as what we had with the Cento Dieci earlier. So we need our horsepower back. We need our top speed back and our high gear horsepower back. Probably also our large drift angle. Which means, no, drift speed, I think you could stay. Go to the Beetle. Go to the Beetle. Horsepower, get in here. Top speed. Also high gear. I think we should be fine. Top speed, horsepower, drift speed, high gear. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you for that, Trustin. And just to be safe, I'm eat a taco. Taco, always good for you. Yep, it's the same map as with the Cento.
Keep the momentum going.
Taco, now's the right time to give me gas!
We'll win.
Okay, we might need to switch cars. Should be 30 seconds or faster. Okay, so it must definitely be on the bends now. So on a technical section like that, the SL63 is not gonna do us any favors. Wait. Do I have enough? I think we can switch. Wait, the bag's weight can affect my performance? Excuse me? Let me just withdraw. Give me a moment. Let me withdraw all my earnings. Where's the Chiron? Keep my baby boy. Put in there. Dos. Tres. XL63. Uno. Dos. Tres. Wataro. Beetle. 1, 2, 3. Where's my big bag? Okay, I got my big bag. You ate too much! That's one way to put it. Oh wow, hidden mechanic. We never had this since no. It's hello ECU copy. We never had that gimmick in Snow Hunt. So Snow Hunt doesn't matter on your weight, but this time, if you're obese, you lose. Can't believe that's actually a thing. So you have to come in dry and empty. That sounded wrong. Backpack, get out. I need them stockings. I had a drift speed card earlier. Oh, I do. So, get the nail out. Put this in. Synthesize. There. I need 2 rags. Just give me 2 rags and I'm good. Fine, I'll keep the golden ball. I'll keep the golden balls. Yeah, that seems to be the case, generic red dot. So the fatter we are, or the bigger our load, that sounded so wrong. The bigger our load, the poorer we perform. The bigger our load. What did he say? I think it's just 10%. Kinda odd there's such a gimmick if that is really true. There! Do I have enough? Shovels! Be gone! I need this. I'm checking out. COD delivery. Okay, back. Please tell me I have enough. Okay, I just have to sell. I got all the materials I need. So, what do I store? This? Jalapeno? Burrito? Pinnacle cup. I got another pinnacle cup. I can't believe it. I got the same thing! Ooh, I got 3 Benzes! Max out. Okay. And XJ... I'm gonna be a big dum-dum if I ended up selling those 3 copies. Drift speed. Wait, let me throw in my chips, and then we'll double check and my food, and then we'll see if the theory is correct. Oh, I got 2. Okay, I just need 1 of each. I don't need both. Get out. Okay, and then mall. Sell everything on the menu. Okay, $500,000. Because I need this. This. I just need 2 more colas. Oh, it's just more food available for purchase. Okay. So what do we got? Hamna. Insta buy. Insta buy. Insta buy. What's your basic index? 800. Your basic index. How is the Beetle stronger than a freaking Amira? How? Why? Deposit. Withdraw. Withdraw. I don't need you. I don't want to play with you anymore. All that farming for the AMG just to sell it off when I get the SLS. I'm kidding. I'm keeping the AMG. Alright. I'm selling these. I'm selling these, boys. Good night. I got these two now. Alright, so what did Tristan say? Click the circular button beside the AP counter. Is it here? No, that's not the one. That's not it. Beside the AP counter, and I'll know why. Okay, let's actually do that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if your load is below 50%, you will receive a 10% horsepower buff during racing. If your load is 75%, you will receive a 5% horsepower buff during racing. Load cannot exceed... Oh. Oh. Haley be promoting health and wellness in Summer Hunt. That's new. That's hella new for me, and I just got 900 gold. 920 gold. Okay, I know what to do now, so I have to really come in dry. And ignore everything else. Speaking of ignore everything else, we really gotta do the Nurburgring challenge now. It's already been the first hour and a half. So time for the workshop, everyone. So going here to the Nurburgring. We have tackled the cloudy variants last stream. We're now gonna tackle the sunny variants this stream. Starting off with Foxhole. But we're gonna be locked in to Extreme this time around. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna do it once. So we're gonna be focusing on just the Jesko. So this is my setup, 33231. If you have questions, don't ask why. At least I got strong acceleration perk. It's either that or I get high stability. I'd rather get strong axle. So I'll just do these sections once to actually also showcase the difference between the cloudy version. The main thing you would realize is that there is little to no penalty when going through the grassy sections of the Nordschleife. If in the cloudy sections, it prohibits you because of the speed penalty. Here, no. Also, you get greeted with tighter barriers. So that's new, which also makes it a much different course to tame compared to the cloudy version. The dry version makes you take race lines closer to the asphalts, which means we would be able to unlock another shortcut, which we cannot do in the cloudy version.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first.
Which is that. If you do it properly, especially during sports class, that section is much faster going through the grass than it is going through the road. Because you get to maximize the entire radius, drifting radius of your car. Here though, you gotta be extra careful because, oh, almost actually able to clear it without hitting it. And this is just ECU 0, mind you. So 1 minute 31, not too bad for the first section. And we are rank 9. The fastest, I think, at ECU 5 is 1 minute 25. So we did just fine. I think we could have done 1 minute and 30-ish had we not hit the wall. So second half, I would say, is we're gonna go to Spiegel Curve. Yeah, section 2. What do you mean unranked? Oh. Oh. People started trying out. What the heck? Oh no, wait, this is the sunny version. This is the sunny version. Yeah, that was the drill. So I get kicked out of the rankings because of the drills. And the drills focus is in Spiegel curve for sports class. So now in Spiegel curve, so we've seen the big difference in the first section on the dry version. Now let's actually see Spiegel curve's difference on the dry. So currently not much changes, but again we can take a wider angle now because of the no penalty of the grass. So we can literally I break too much there. We can literally Verstappen our way through the entirety of the second section. Well, for most, at the first half of the second section.
You are speed royalty, unrivaled.
Generic Red Dot, if you were here on last Friday's stream, that was our prime focus. How to maximize the passive of the Maserati Cielo in the Nordschleife. And everyone was facing off against it in the community challenge. Okay, what's also good with the dry is that you don't need to worry about going to the grass. You're not gonna lose out on anything other than a little bit of traction loss, but no speed loss whatsoever. And it is a straight road up until the end, and we clocked in at 1:24. I'm sure faster cars can do 1:20. We are ranked 23, and actually, yeah, in max ECU, I believe 1:16 is the best. Everybody doing the Jesko. No one's doing the... Oh, someone did the Devo. Okay, I thought nobody did the Devo. Then we'll tackle section 3, the carousel. And I believe this is the kind of Nurburgring version where when the devs say shortcut through the carousel, they mean shortcut through the carousel. Which also means we don't have to suffer on an average speed of 6-7. Yes, I'm doing the joke again. Alright, we start on a straight road on the first section of the carousel. You can be a little minor with the brakes there. Again, don't be afraid to go grass with the dry version. Okay, did I say you can shortcut through the carousel? Game be like, no you. That big barrier was out of nowhere.
Your speed is marvelous.
That big barrier knows we're trying to do the illegal, and they just told us, nope.
Let's go. Push through the speed limit.
Developers say, shortcut through the grass in the carousel. Game be like, I'ma do something illegal. And actually puts a barrier through the entire grass section of the carousel. Not even the sand pits in that section is gonna stop us.
We wanna win.
But here, where we try to avoid in the cloudy version, in the dry version we can actually go through it no problem. And now with a 1:36. And by the way guys, we are almost close to our community challenge. So to those who have an SCA account, better get ready to join in, because after I clear off one lap of the Nordschleife with the Jesko and the sun and the large jump board, we are gonna be doing the community challenge. So get ready. Again, a monthly pass sponsored by yours truly is up for grabs, open to all SCA account owners. And I will be explaining the rules after I do the one lap of the Nordschleife in the dry. Oh, did you just notice how the default ghost of the Jesko just did a wheelie for a split second?
Keep it up. Challenging my
So
heart
touch grass here.
speed, aren't you?
Cut through the grass there. A lot of places in section 4 where you can freely go into the grass with no consequence. Like this one right here.
You're the fastest. Unrun.
Okay. Does the second carousel... It has a barrier. It read my mind. And Sven the Lion has just subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscription. Please do keep it coming. If you have other Racing Master friends, do share the channel to them and have them subscribe as well. And an average time of 1:26 on section 4 at the large jump board. Okay. Ooh, rank 8. We're doing good so far. Well, except for section 2 where everyone just demolished. Now, we're doing one lap of the Nordschleife. And when we're done, I'm opening the doors to the lobby. First 7 will be the only ones accommodated. This time it's a full lap around the Nordschleife. Let's see how bad we'll do. So this is the only wide corner that we could do a shortcut off. Everywhere else is banned. The places you expect and want to do a shortcut, you're banned. Like this section right here. Get as close to the barriers as you can to at least do some sort of shortcut. And also, when we get to the long 2-kilometer straight, we'll be able to gauge the true,
This race, we're gonna finish first.
believable, reachable top speed of the Jesko. For at least on the span of those 2 kilometers. I counter steered way too early there. I could have gotten it much better or faster.
This is the speed we need if we want to win. Keep it up.
Drift there. Avoided my accident. And yeah, I could have done 1:30 there just as I intended. That's an illegal move and you know it.
Your speed is out of this world.
Okay, did better than the section attempt.
Let's go. Push through the speed limit.
Ooh, way better, honestly. Okay, we're clocking in at gear 7. The Jesko can actually hit up to gear 9, mind you. Or was it gear 8? And we are 24 seconds ahead of our default time. And that's gonna get even higher.
just within our reach.
Wow, managing it at gear 6. Not bad. Okay, thank you for the clarification. It is 9 gears. Okay, careful on the exit of the carousel. It gets tighter as you exit.
You are speed royalty, unrivaled.
Oh, that's so satisfying to do. Going up the uphill, cut through the grass, and then into the drift towards the corner. Well, except for that one. That's one big fail. That's gonna eat up a lot of my split time. Cut more through the grass.
Doing great. Stay in the lead.
It's kind of illegal knowing the sunny version has no grass penalty, whereas the cloudy version has.
This is the speed we need if we want to win. Keep it up.
Yep, we're banned from drifting through the carousel. I mean, through the grass of the carousel.
Your speed is marvelous.
Alright, here we go. What would be the top speed of the Jesko? And we are on the engine 3 setup, so it's more geared for acceleration with a weaker RPM. Did we just spike on our acceleration after 295? Oh, we're capping. We're capping. 318, 319, 320. 325. 325 is the theoretical top speed of the Jesko on engine 3. I'm sure it can go higher if it was on engine 2. And our split time is 5 minutes and 45.298 seconds. Unfreaking believable for this Koenigsegg. Just wow. I know it's a video game, but hitting the Nordschleife under 6 minutes is nothing more than outstanding. That was lovely. Look on the bright side, at least I didn't rank 6-7. 5-7 is more than enough to keep me secured. 513 is the fastest on an ECU 5 Jesko, it seems. Okay, the class is over. The workshop begins. I'm setting up the room right now, boys. Again, what's up for grabs for tonight is a monthly pass sponsored by yours truly. Password would be easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I'm gonna be basic here, guys. Alright. So anyone can come in. Let me just set the record straight. Nordschleife Sunny, okay. Race setting. This will be an ECU 0 only locked room. Also, with an additional rule that I would be setting. So none of the sports, none of the standard, none of the off-roads. Aside from me in the Jesko, because this is a featured car for the season, nobody could use the Jesko or any prime legendaries, meaning the Devo is out, the LaFerrari is out, any prime legendaries, any passives, the Veneno is out because it has a passive of its own, even if it's not a prime legendary. So everything else can be used except the Jesko, because I'll be locked on it. If anybody uses the Jesko, you are disqualified from gaining a chance in getting the sponsored monthly pass. You cannot use the Devo, you cannot use the LaFerrari, you cannot use the Veneno. And it's ECU 0. So, the doors are open. Trustan, you're free to join the room and be a spectator. Okay, give me a moment. Oh, a lot of people just joined the server here. Wait, let me set the rules so that y'all can see the contents. Welcome aboard the server. Dorija, Akiruneko, Tactician XD9, and also to Destiny. I do not understand this kanji or Chinese characters. Okay, so that is the rules. Any extreme car, ECU 0, but no passives. No one can use the Jesko other than me. Purple only race would be funny if said purple cars can actually chase after the Jesko. 277581. Password is 123456. ECU 0. No passive cars. Miyogi only in the Jesko. So for anyone participating, this is how things go. The first 2 rounds would be a warm-up. I'm giving anybody a chance to test out the car that you would be picking. Again, no Jesko. I'll be the only one to use the Jesko. No LaFerrari, no Devo, no Veneno. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 participants chasing after the monthly pass, a sponsored monthly pass. You can ask Trustan Leong. He won the sports class community challenge and he already received his reward. Although no monthly pass, he actually got the 4 weekly passes, which contributes to the same amount, to the same duration. And he is a one satisfied champion of the sports category. Time for us to see who would be the champion for the extreme class. Yes, that is correct. Jesko, Devo, Veneno, and LaFerrari are banned. I'm the only one who could use the Jesko. So, who could chase after and or beat the Jesko would have the big chances in winning the monthly pass. So if everybody is ready, Yuigao, Vixziryu, please enable your check marks and we will officially begin round 1. And also for the server, so for the live, I'ma turn off music and we're bringing back Dover Syndrome. Oh nice, we're about to loop. Okay, everybody start. Again, all cars are available. I can only use the Jesko. If anyone uses the Jesko, they are disqualified from getting the monthly pass. Even if you win, you will be disqualified. So no Jesko. Passive cars are not allowed. That's the rule for tonight. So here's the lineup. SF90, Revuelto, Huayra, CLK 918, and Monza SP1. So that's the rule. The rule during the sports class is a round robin. What car you use in round 1 cannot be used in round 2 and 3. What car and so forth. So the deal breaker is the best car you save for round 3. Here, all free across all 3 rounds, but you cannot use the cars with passives. The controller I use, by the way, is the Battle Dragon. So this is also to debunk the theory that you need a Prime Legendary to beat the rest of the player base. So if anybody actually breaks that myth, you're gonna be running down in Racing Master history as a Mythbuster.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first.
So I also recommend if you are close to somebody, remember Nurburgring has a lot of long straights. Slipstream with each other, gain on each other's slipstream to chase after me. If that would work, then you have a high chance of winning this. And apparently right now, Yuigao and Endear are the top 2 chasing behind me, but we're just still 70% in on the Nordschleife.
Let's go! Push through the speed limit!
And also, everybody's in ECU 0, so everybody has an equal chance here. And it all depends on how well you can maneuver your extreme cars on the Nordschleife, which would matter a lot. Remember, round 1 and round 2 are warm-ups. Round 3 is fair game. So this is where you prepare your battle strategy. If you want, you can coordinate with other players even without live chat. If you are on voice chat with somebody, good for you, because this would give you the upper hand. But if you're playing solo, you really have to telepathically communicate with your fellow racers in order to take me down in the Jesko. So right now, Yuigao is actually doing an absolutely good job in keeping pace in a Revuelto, a non-passive legendary. The CLK is falling off a bit back, but hopefully, remember that the Revuelto has a high axle cap demerit, which the CLK does not have. So it's only a matter of telling how close he can get near the Revuelto to get into striking distance of slipstreaming. But that is and only is if the Revuelto, Yuigao, could keep pace with the Jesko within my slipstream range in order to not let that happen. And Yuigao is now in the lead.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first. We're gonna overtake him!
If Yuigao was paying attention during my section runs, he'll be able to pinpoint each and every shortcut I've taken into his advantage. If anyone was watching earlier, then joined tonight's lobby, then you would have a map knowledge buff in your mind in order to be able to chase after me. Also, do note that I would have a demerit reel soon when we get to the 2-kilometer long straight. Because remember, the Koenigsegg is set to acceleration. If you are set to top speed, you may have a chance in the 2-kilometer straight to pass me. And don't worry, to those struggling, don't worry just yet, because this is just round 1. This is a warm-up. So I'm pretty much giving you all a benchmark, a guide. The only thing that we have not tackled during the workshop, during the class, the MasterClass, is the involvement of slipstreaming. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know that. It is for you guys to get used as well to the Nordschleife prior to the real deal. This would put all of us in equal footing, that for those who have played the Nordschleife for the first time ever, you would be able to learn a lot of map knowledge. So here we go. The passive is already kicking in. I'm already 317. 318, 319, 320. But the gap is slowly dropping as... Oh! Endear is the... Yui got lagged and Endear is now in second place. And our lap time is the same as what we have recorded earlier in the time attack. Just 1 second late because of that one hit. But okay, so let us actually see how the others did. So for podium, the one who has a chance to actually beat the Jesko, we got is Endear in the CLK Strassen version Super Sport, and Yuigao in the Lamborghini Revuelto. As for the others, we get their official times here. Everyone is able to clock in within the sub 6 minute mark. So this is everyone is doing quite well. A 15 to 30 second difference, but now you have an opportunity to switch out your vehicles to see if you may have a better advantage on another vehicle before the main event. And let me just bump up the music for those watching on live stream. Alright, so if everyone is ready, you're free to... Let me just get things ready here for now. Alright, everyone's in. Yui Gao and Saddy Baddy, please enable your marks. 83 Thermal, please enable your check mark so that we can now officially begin round 2. Okay, again, Jesko is not allowed, but everything else is fair game. This is your last chance to experiment on what car you would be taking to round 3. Would you be taking a gamble, or would you be settled on the vehicle you would use in round 2? Night Pink Eve. Some cars, as of the LaFerrari update, have a passive, be it super acceleration, minimize acceleration loss post cap, such as the Devo. LaFerrari with the super acceleration out of corner exits, powered by braking. The Jesko has an always active buff, which is on its handling because of its natural perk, dubbed in the name of Father. So the lineup has changed somewhat. We got a 918, we got a 1-1. The Revuelto would still be kept in. Strassen version will also stay. A Huayra and a Monza SP1. So now a lot of y'all have some map knowledge. Now it's a matter of, remember, you can coordinate with each other. Ride each other's slipstreams on the long straight. That 2-kilometer straight would actually help you more than you think when doing at it alone. And this is also your last chance to identify all the possible and plausible shortcuts in the Nordschleife, as the next round would be our main event. Imagine if someone tried to use the Viper. Oh, hell yeah. That would be scary. Imagine a Viper, a rare class rarity, beating a legendary and the prime legendary Jesko. Also, Endir is going for the grip run, and the grip run would entail that certain shortcuts will play against his favor because he would be needing to stay on the road to keep traction alive. But remember, grip run can do just as well on certain sections, except that. So it's still Endir and Yuigao on the Reventon and CLK respectively. Their objective is to ride my slipstream and also to try to beat me. If I'm far ahead, they need to ride each other's slipstreams. Okay, now I'm building gap. It's a tie. It's a close fight between Yuigao and Endir. Truston, feel free to post on chat the play-by-play on whoever you are focus cameraed on. You can also check on the lower grid if you wish.
You are deep royalty.
There's so much and so little I could do by watching them from a rear view camera.
You're the fastest. Unrun.
It's a strong dogfight though between Yuigao and Endir. Their gap is not as big as we hoped it would. And on the latter half, Endir may be able to gain a chance against Yuigao once his post-acceleration kicks in.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first. I knew you could do it. You're a natural behind the wheel.
Okay, we didn't do 6, 7. I see another dogfight happening for 4th and 5th. Now, can Endir secure his second place finish? Or would Yuigao be able to make it a tie? So then again, the first two races will not actually count, but it would help with the motivation knowing you are able to keep pace with the Jesko at second place. Or if you're able to beat the extreme odds and manage to outbeat the Jesko in a non-prime legendary. Remember guys, to those participating, remember, maximize the entire track. That means touching grass is included and not illegal. You don't have to lock yourself into just the road. You can touch the grass and kill the racing lines with the grass.
Challenging my heart.
You gain no penalties from doing so. But be careful, as we have barriers on left and right. And if you cannot stay ahead of me by the 4th section, securing second place is your only chance in winning. But again, some of you may be holding back, saving up your best lines for round 3. And this gap is much smaller than it was back in the previous run. Huayra versus 1-1 happening in 5th and 6th place, it seems. Mafiu Asahina's SP1 is all alone in 4th place. And once again, a consistent lap time for yours truly. 5:45, 5:46. A little milliseconds faster than the last heat, but still within the same region. But let's see now who takes second place. And it's Yuigao, so it is going to be a strong matchup. between Yuigao and Endear, but I really strongly believe that the other participants can still capitalize and maybe even do much better. So we're looking at the lap times here. 5:49, 5:50, 5:56 from Mafia Sahina's SP1. Northflight in the 1-1 at 6 minutes, 0.9. Sadi Swaira at 6 minutes and 6. The 918 Spider at 6 minutes and 13. And Vic Ryu at 6:32. The big upset being the Bugatti 110 has too much power for the Nordschleife. It may be strong in the last 2 kilometers, but what would it say for the remainder of the Nordschleife? Okay, so right now is going to be the moment of truth. If you are hiding your best cars for the final round, now is the time for you to do so. So remember, the main point is not to get the highest speed, but the main point is how flawlessly you can navigate through the first 4 sections of the Nordschleife. So if everyone is ready, the grand finale, remember, you can coordinate with your fellow players. Use your best cars. I believe Endear and Yuigao are already in their prime form in the CLK and the Revuelto respectively. I wish the best for everyone else. Again, a monthly pass is up for grabs, and if you capture monthly pass, I'm gonna give away 4 weekly passes to the winner. Right, so either beat me or finish second place in this final heat of the MasterClass Extreme Class category of the Nurburgring Nordschleife here in the Yogi Warriors 34 channel. So Saddy Baddy, please enable your check mark as we are about to begin. You enjoy the mid-pack battle? I need to see the mid-pack battle because I got good visibility of the first, of second and third place. But we'll do that in the replay when we finish this heat. Yes, all cars are open except for the Jesko. So no cars with passives are allowed. I'm the only one should be in the Jesko. And let me just check on chat. Surprise, you saw no Vulcans? There we go. Right. Here we go. We're beginning. Use your best ones. And no game, you're giving me the wrong Koenigsegg. It's time. Who would be crowned the Extreme Class Champion? Truston, aka RFF Super Leo, our Sports Class Champion, would be watching. So we got a CLK, Revuelto, another Revuelto, 1-1, another CLK, SP1, the Agera RS. Which one can tame the Nordschleife and take down the Jesko? If you joined us, the server auto make your car ECU 0. Yeah, yes. This lobby is locked to ECU 0. Here we go. Trustin Leong would be managing as spectator. 3, 2, 1. I wish you well to all the combatants. The aim is to clear the Nordschleife the fastest. I am just a secondary objective. Give it your all. Our music sponsored by Dova Syndrome. Your one go-to place for royalty-free soundtracks courtesy from Japan.
This is the speed we need if we want to win. Keep it up.
Okay, looks like we got a new competitor happening on the upper grid. Northflight is keeping Endear at bay. Yuigao holding second place strong, just like in the previous run. Now he has to deal with not one, but 2 CLKs slipstreaming each other into the podium.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first.
Northflight is already taking the lead with Endear. Yuiga, the three of them are neck and neck and neck. This is gonna be exciting. Looks like the upper bracket behind me is gonna have a fun replay to watch. Everyone is giving it their all, and they're now understanding the essence of the sunny version, the dry version of the Nordschleife. The grass, the tarmac, is all free real estate. We're getting close to the big dip. They will lose out on momentum against the Jesko, which is a handling-oriented hypercar. But once that section is out, they can ride each other's slipstreams like there's no tomorrow, leading to chasing me before the carousel.
You're the fastest. I'm right.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Mapio Asahina joins in on the dogfight. This is gonna be an exciting replay to watch. Yuiga is keeping his gap against the Jesko within less than a second, and averaging between less than a second to 1.5 seconds, so that's strong. I hope the CLKs are fighting still against the SP1. The SP1 may be the dark horse in this competition. 2, 3, 4, 5 is standing strong. We are now in the first long straight. Yuigao's Revuelto is in striking distance of the slipstream. Now all that matters is, can he stay within the slipstream? That's one of the bigger advantages of the Jesko. If the Revuelto can't handle that, what more the CLKs?
I knew you could do it. You're a natural behind the
Northflight is now chasing behind in second and is in slipstream territory. But that's gonna be lost once we enter the carousel. The Revuelto can have a chance. The SP1 falling not too far behind.
At this pace, we're gonna finish first.
Everyone has a fighting chance actually to beat the Jesko. And it's gonna be the biggest deal. Remember, keep up until section 5. And in section 5, attack. That's the main point. Let Miyogi be in a disadvantage on the long straight, and I know that is where the CLKs will capitalize, unless the Revuelto and the SP1 Monza has anything to say about it. Now Endear is in second place, which is literally right by using the grass as expected. And I love the track that's playing courtesy of Dover Syndrome. It's really uplifting, it's really extreme sounding.
You are team royal.
And now Endear manages to take the lead. Can he hold? No, he can't. Endear hits a bit of the wall, but so did Miyogi. And the last carousel. That's the part of the carousel where you can actually build gap. And here we go. Northflight and Yuigao are not too far behind. We are gonna be facing slipstream territory. Endear is within the slipstream distance. But if he attacks too early, that may put him at a disadvantage. And Endear already in the attack and has already overtaken the Jesko. Can he hold the gap? But he's also giving the Jesko some room for a slipstream. So it's either the Jesko or the CLK. CLK or Jesko. Oh, Endear hitting wall. Almost close to beating the Jesko in its own game. Consistent average speed for the Jesko, but I believe we've seen that the one who was so close into beating the Jesko in its own game is the CLK Strassen version. Final results are in and we're gonna be watching the replay. So me out of the picture. First place is Endear. Second place is Yuigao. Third place is North Flight. Asahina Mafio in fourth place in the Ferrari SP1. 83 Thermal with a good 6:11 seconds to the Koenigsegg 1-1. Vix Ziryu in the Revuelta 6:12. Beating, tying with Sadi Badi in the Agera RS. Let's see all of those actions in a replay. I believe what we're gonna do is we're gonna be focusing on Yuigao first, and then we're gonna see it from Endear's perspective in replay mode. So let us go to Yuigao, and let's make it cinematic. So Yuigao did the correct move, takes the first shortcut knowing there is no penalty. He was able to hold the lead for the first 10% of the race. But slowly after every corner is just giving room for the Jeskos to gain closer and closer and closer. That one wall hit cost him and letting the Jesko lead. And just right behind him were two CLKs. Wait, let me reopen the interface. It would be better with the interface. Let's actually go to Endear's camera now. And they're slowly trying to re-understand the CLK's maximum limits in the Nordschleife, with Nordflight taking the same approach. Riding each other's slipstreams as intended and see the slipstream advantage of the CLK. It is unmatched. But both CLKs are taking grip runs, whereas Yuigao falters on a drift exit, giving way for the SP1 to gain close. The SP1 has equally strong slipstream as with the CLK, but it fares poorly when it gets to the drifting corners, where it loses a lot more speed than it hoped it would. SP1 trying its best to stay relevant against the Strassen versions. Seeing the acceleration spike up in such a section, but when we get to the braking part, it just brakes even stronger. But this is like the highlight of the match. Nordflight, Endear, and Yuigao doing neck to neck. SP1 nearly did a really smooth drift overtake against the CLK. But Nordflight won't be having it. Although it's a bit of a wide exit from both him and Endear, he's still keeping his composure, making sure to plan ahead onto the next section, letting the SP1 take more of a lead while waiting for the exit of the technical. But let's check in on the bottom grid. So we got Vixie Ryu fighting off against Sadibadi, who is in the 1-1. 83 Thermal is just right behind in the Agera. They look like twins. Maybe it's because of the color code. So the Agera is much smoother through the corner exits because the 1-1 has too much power under its belt. This is a good matchup between Sadi Badi and Vixes Ryu. The Revuelto's not having it, while the Agera is letting the Revuelto show it is still relevant in this season. But let's actually go back here onto the upper panel. So entering now the carousel, they're within striking distance of the Jesko. Nordflight actually building somewhat of a gap. Everyone taking the same line as the Jesko, which is good. And Yuigao's acceleration showing them that he is the new quote-unquote meta. And all of them taking the shortcuts as intended, and it is so tight, honestly. It's just back-to-back exchange between the CLK and the Revuelto. Unfortunately, that is also the moment where Yuigao understeered into the wall, losing the gap that he had with Endear, and getting closer to Northlight, who's also falling a little bit behind. And this is the part where we can see that slowly but surely, the CLK is showing dominance over the Jesko, saying you may be faster in the first half, but I am gonna be the winner, is what the CLK is saying. And then at this point is where the CLK makes the attack, getting closer and closer after every corner into the slipstream. Watch the acceleration. So if there was anything, when I reviewed the CLK GTR, I was not kidding when I said that it is a potential LaFerrari killer. And a potential LaFerrari killer it indeed is, which also meant by extension any Prime Legendaries. The CLK can do it. Watch the acceleration on the CLK. When it hit 300, it just spiked up. God damn! And then it's just a matter of cat and mouse between the Jesko and the CLK, holding 340 kilometers into the final section. Though that is the big downfall. Had he cornered a little earlier or ungassed, the CLK would have beaten the Jesko fair and square without a passive. Congratulations to everyone, but the one taking home the reward is Endear in the CLK GTR Strassen version. What a way to end tonight's live stream. And I hope everybody had a lot of fun in tonight's episode. But we are not done. And apparently, just like to give an extension, Ahmed Camila Lil, you have won on the last trivia. Unfortunately, it would also mean you would be under the same boat as Truston. So let me conduct a car change and let us showcase the Jesko. Why? If we look closely on the body of the Koenigsegg Jesko, it has taken design cues from 3 particular Koenigsegg models. So this is the trivia for, wait, let me double check first. What reward would I get? It can't be beyond a monthly pass. Or equal. It could be equal, but not beyond the monthly pass. I'm willing to give an additional 350 gems to whoever gets this trivia question correctly. Unfortunately, Endear, you are our champion for the extreme class. You cannot participate in this. Trustin, you are our champion for the sports class. You cannot participate in this. Ahmed Camila Lil, you have won last stream's trivia. You are our winner. You cannot participate in this. So this is the question. Which 3 Koenigsegg models are the closest to the looks that the Jesko carries? The first one to answer correctly, or more like, correctly, so it can be anyone, but the first one to answer correctly takes home 350 gems. It doesn't matter from which server. It could be JP, North America, or SCA. You should give 3 answers, not just one. Okay, wait. Let me pull up a notepad so that I can put the answers in. Here's a trivia. One of them is a 4-seater. You can still redact your answers. Wait, you know what? To help, let us actually put it in showcase mode. Okay, there we go. So I'm listing up who could get it right. When it hits to 12:12 a.m., I am going to give another clue. All right, just saying, Vix1311. One of them is incorrect. The other two you got it right. So that is the big clue. Jonas, you got 2 of the 3 correctly. So again, to clue in, Vix1311 answered Regera, Agera, and Gemera. One of them is incorrect. The other 2 are correct. Jonas Raphael 1711 said Regera, Agera, and 11. One of them is incorrect. 2 are correct. Alright, a little more. On the next minute, once it hits 12:13, we're closing. Nope, one is incorrect, the other 2 are still correct, Vix. Okay, 12:13. Answers are now officially closed. Okay. Time to see who answered what. So, alright. So, double checking on the answers here. Vix1311 answered Regera, Agera, and Gemera. Unfortunately, it is not the Agera. So, that being said, what can we see? The front says a lot of design cues, especially the headlights from the Koenigsegg Regera. The rear actually says, especially the taillights, sorry, my tongue slipped. The taillights answers Gemera, which leaves us with one last option. So what would that third one be? The big clue is the wing. Now, which Koenigsegg that first appeared has this sort of wing? The answer is the Koenigsegg 11. Alongside the iconic Koenigsegg silhouette, which could be any vehicle. But the one closest to this, because of the mounted rear wing, is the Koenigsegg 11. So whoever answered Gemera, Regera, and 11, which is 16th Blue Moon 7606, you are our winner. You officially won 350 premium gems. Now, I do believe, 16 Blue Moon, that you are in the server. You are in Discord. So please, message me which account would you like those 350 gems to go into. To everyone else who tried, thank you for participating. Most of you were so close to winning those 350 gems. So we got our Hall of Fame for this Nurburgring Masterclass. We got Ahmed Khalil Alil, who won the trivia. Then we got, how can I say this? 16 Blue Moon, who won the second trivia. We have Trust and Leon the Drift Pro, who won the Sports Class 1 Lap Challenge. And we have Endearisme, who won the Extreme Class 1 Lap Challenge of the Nurburgring. Which leaves us probably this coming Friday for our next Masterclass in Standard Class. And this is the only clue I'm gonna give in terms of the possible mechanics that we would have for that Masterclass. Gran Turismo 4. Think clearly on that. So if ever you want to join in on that one, you know what would happen, what kind of rules we will be setting. But that's not the only rule. Anything else that I'll be mentioning would happen on the stream. So if you want to know and or participate in the next giveaway and in the next community challenge, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. By the way, unfortunately, I will not be using the Supra in the next one because we would have a different set of rules. We would have a different set of rules for the community challenge, and the Supra is not involved. So you guys are safe because we have seen how dominating the Supra is. But what I will do, I have the Supra in the JP server. The first half of the stream, I'm going to be showcasing the Supra at the Nordschleife within the JP server to at least compensate for my lack of Supra in my SEA account. What time for Friday? I missed it by 2 hours and it's midnight right now. Yes, it is also midnight right now. I would most likely be logging in at around 10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time on Friday. So 10 p.m. PHT. So y'all will have still a chance. But this is what I would at least say. If you got silver keys, spend them now. That's the additional clue. I'm not gonna say anything else. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. This is Miyogi saying see you guys in the next live stream.